Hello everyone and welcome to one of Digital Transformation's live series episodes. I'm Ali Soofastaei, an AI program leader in Vale. Our live interviews have been designed to develop the knowledge of applied data science and advanced analytics in different industries, aimed to touch Industry 4.0. These live sessions are held every week with presence of one of the university professors, industrial managers, and experts in the field of Industry 4.0 and digital transformation. Today, we will discuss leading the mining programs in the digital era, and this is my honor to talk with my guest, Mr. Keiner Alvarenga. Keiner is a computer scientist with a master's degree in production engineering, and he will complete 25 years of working for Vale in December this year. He has accumulated several experiences for Vale, starting with the operation, product development, marketing, and then technology. Since he moved to the technology department, he has coordinated the implementation of the Vale Center of Excellence program globally, highlighted the performance in China. Currently, he is a technology representative in the briquette program. Welcome, Keiner, and thanks for accepting my invitation to be with us today.
Hi, Ali. Thank you for the invitation, my friend. It's my pleasure to talk to you.
Perfect. Keiner, just to start the discussion, I tried to introduce you quickly, but it would be great to say your story for us. What's the story that led you to your current role? Actually, what is your background?
Good. So I've started to work in Vale really early. Since I started to work to Vale, I had the opportunity to work in different departments in the business areas. So since the operation, passing through process and quality control, and also market. In market, I spent 10 years. So I had the opportunity to combine my background in technology area and the business rules. So it was really good to me. It helped me to develop several different models. For example, distribution models, optimizers, sorry. And it makes totally different in my career. In 2016, I accepted the challenge to move to tech department in order to support the core. In fact, Ali, one correction, I'm sorry. Integrate Operations Center. Okay? The name of the program. So, and I started in Brazil. After 2 years, I moved to China in order to coordinate the program there. Then 2 years later, I moved back to Brazil. Then I'm here to talk to you, my friends. I'm located in Brazil and lead this briquetting program that you just mentioned.
That's great, Keiner. I know that the Center of Excellence is a very important department in all mining companies, and Vale is pioneer in this field. They established this center many years ago, and we are working now through the mining value chain, aim to optimize all operations in an integrated approach. That's great.
Exactly.
And yeah, so we have this similar department in other mining companies, but I believe that Vale had very good progress. And I'm very happy to have you today as a part of COI program in Vale, and we have a lot of things to share. Thanks. So, but let's talk about the digital transformation. Everybody says something about the digital transformation, but I believe that you have worked in this field for many years. If you want to define this concept, what is the correct meaning and concept of digital transformation in mining?
Good question, my friend. From my perspective, digital transformation means the journey of building the connection of process, people, and technology. Okay, and why we do that? We do that in order to make our operation in a wide way more efficient and reliable. When I say more efficient, I mean we can use examples from the productive perspective up to, why not, from environmental sustainability perspective as well.
Yeah, if I want to, maybe complete your answer, you're talking about connectivity and integration in digital transformation in mining. It means that the digital transformation is not just the technology or system or something like that. Digital transformation potentially can be a culture because you're talking about the culture, the multi-dimensional, revolution for mining. So it means that we are facing with the revolution and we are facing with the change, the culture in the mining instead of just thinking about people or data or application or something like that.
Yes, yes, I think you are the right. You really good point. Those things together, they have a power. If we evaluate one thing isolated, we will not have the same results.
I see. I see. Yeah, that's a good point. So, but when we're talking about digitalization, okay, so definitely we need to think about efficiency. But I really like to add another word to efficiency, and this is responsibility, okay? And the question that I have for you is, how will digitalization make mining operations more efficient and responsible?
Good point, my friend. I truly believe we can leverage our effectiveness in terms of management from data. You can use a lot of data that we have from OT, for example, in order to build models that will help us to anticipate problems. We also can better understand our equipment from the right modeling approach, optimize the operation in order to reduce, for example, fuel consumption. If we manage to do so, it is good for the community and also for the mining company, right? So we can reduce, for example, the paperwork in back office as well by developing the electronic data exchange solution to support us in the sorry, just a moment, in the supplier and the customer interface. This communication of those transactions would be more efficient to use the digital. And if we do so, we will have a good impact on the environment perspective as well.
So that's good point. It means that when we are talking about digitalization in mining, we don't like just to focus on productivity or reduce the cost or something like that. We need to think about something like safety, for example, or environmental issues to protect the environment or reduce the carbon. It means that digitalization is a robust or strong tools in our hand in mining company to not only tackle with the productivity and financial challenges, but also can help us to be more responsible about our society, about our people working with us or environment. Am I right?
You are fully right. You are fully right. The main, I think it is important point, because we will not in mining, we will never only use technology to solve our own problem. Mainly the technology team. We will take the right approach, taking consideration different perspectives in order to prioritize our problems, and then we will build the solution together. And we will deliver from different perspectives: cost, environmental safety, and so on. Okay, we have a huge ways to provide a good impact in the mining operations. And I
I
truly
see.
believe we have several different solutions today that can improve the safety in the
Mm-hmm.
workplace.
Yeah, yeah, it's a very good point because uh, currently I believe that some new KPIs have been added to the management decision-making processes. They don't think just about money. They have to think about something like environment, safety, and responsibility. So maybe this digital revolution can help them to make the better and better decision in the close future, I hope. So, Keener, I know that you are working for KOI. It means that have this responsibility to think about integration and making comprehensive optimization models through the mine value chain. But based on the different maturity that we have for different operations, I would like to have your idea about some specific areas for using digital solution. I can ask my question in the better words, what is the mining industry's most significant areas or growth for using digital solution?
Another good question, my friend. In mining industry, all four supply chain main work streams, they are really demanding. I mean, from engineer to manufacturing, from the procurement to payment, forecast to stock, of course, the order to cash. So we have the opportunity to innovate in several different ways. For example, RPA for back office, blockchain for financial transaction, augmented reality for training, or even to guide the machine's assembly. And this one is, I truly believe that is good from safety perspective as well. But I believe we should be able to provide a big impact in asset management. The power of the data is huge. We can use those data in order to build amazing models that you enable to anticipate several different problems and be able to solve it properly. Okay. Oh, I think we need to evolve. We have a lot of to evolve in terms of supply forecast as well. I think in this modeling area, we have a huge potential. The key point, Ali, from my perspective, is not one specific point or one specific area. I think the key point is the discipline to set up the priorities. So we needed to be very clear in the process, the priority definition process. If we set up the right priorities and work together with the business, we will be able to generate a lot of value to the mining industry.
Perfect. So it means that to select one specific area, we have different criteria. We need to think about how, for example, advanced analytics or digitalization can help us to have more benefit. When I'm speaking about benefit, I'm not speaking just about money. I'm speaking about
Not about money at
all
Value.
definitions of benefit. Yeah. We need to set the criteria to find which area has more benefit for us. And but my experience show that, please correct me if I'm wrong, but focusing on a specific area, we don't having the clear perspective about the upstream and downstream operations would be dangerous and risky, because sometimes you can optimize one operation, but by changing some effective parameters on this operation, you potentially can make some problems for upstream and downstream operations. It means that you need to have a comprehensive view about digitalization, not just focusing on a specific area, finding some solution for that, and later making many other problems for other operations. Am I right?
Sure, sure, sure. When we
Yeah.
design our roadmap, we should have an end-to-end perspective. We need to understand which is the priority based on the bottleneck of the process. It doesn't mean that we will do only the things relate to the bottleneck. The bottleneck could be a cost problem or a safety problem or environmental problem as well, right? We only need to be the precise in the priority definition without take the end-to-end perspective. You are fully correct. We should understand the whole value stream from the end-to-end perspective and set up the priority to start this transformation.
Yeah, okay. So, Keiner, you talk about digital transformation as a culture, and you mentioned that we need to think about many aspects of this challenge because we are facing with the revolution. So when we talk about culture, when we talk about revolution, we need to think about one main point here, that is human, or the people that you are working with them. I think it's more important than, for example, the technology or machine or robots or data, because you can fix the problem with those non-human resources easily. But when you need to work with human, the story is completely different. Okay, so my question for you is that, what is the role of humans in the future of digital mining? Or what is the definition, for example, of people-centric development in mining?
Good point. Good point. So the people in the center means that without properly manage the change, I mean, the impact that we will create for the people and the team develop, we will fail in digital transformation. Okay, without focus on the people, provided the good training, provided the good environment in order to promote the transition in terms of the behavior and also the development of the people, we will fail. Without have the people really comfortable with the challenge that we are proposing in order to solve their problems, because the people, they are in charge of the process, we will fail in the transformation because we will delay the adoption. So the people be properly managed, we manage the change in the process. If you do not do it properly, if you don't have a good strategy for the change management, for example, we will fail. Okay? The people should adopt to the solution. Otherwise, we will not be able to collect the value that we propose on the first beginning of the program or of the project, for example.
That is great point. I can remember when we established AI Center in Vale, we, in the beginning points, we talked just, and we talked about how we can use data for making advanced analytics solution. for business problems that we had. But later, when we worked for a couple of months, we found that the big challenge is not making algorithms or predict some events or something like that. The main challenge is people, because the people need to digest this new change or revolution. If you don't have the employee support for any revolution, it's not possible to reach, to any benefit that you already planned. So based on this reason, in AI Center, we decided to design some, for example, educational short-term courses for Vale employee, and to make sure they are familiar with this new culture. Because sometimes the people think AI or any digital tools can be potentially a risk for their job, and they are a little scary about their job security. But it's not true. But we need to change this mindset. And the changing mindset is possible just by learning processes, just by educational programs. So based on this reason, we decided to design some boot camp courses for different operations. We went to Indonesia, Mozambique, Oman, and we delivered some educational courses for them, just the general information to make sure they are aware about the benefit of digital revolution in Valley. But this is just one side of the coin, Keiner. In another side, we need to work with universities, because they are preparing the new generation of mine engineers for us, and the new generation will join us in a close future. If they don't have some related courses to digital mining, or if they don't have an idea about how they can use in smart mines, it would be big challenge. So, but this is the responsibility of mining companies. They need to work very close to universities and help them to change their curriculum and design the new course for the new generation. I think we need to work in both of these approaches: training the people who are working actually right now in industry, and working with universities to prepare the new generation of mine engineers for future work. Okay, in mining. This is my idea, but yeah, I think it's important to focus on human.
Ali, I fully agree with you. The point here is how we prepare the team for the mining demand, for the mining challenge. And somehow we needed to bring the current stage from the current stage to a capability develop model. We needed to have different ways to develop the team. University is one way. Inside the company, we have trainings. We needed to stimulate the team to self-develop. We need to identify the team that they are able to develop themselves and promoting it somehow from the current stage to a model that speed up the capability development. I fully agree.
I agree. I agree. So we talk about human, but in another side, technology is a main part of this puzzle.
Yes.
And we need to think about technology as well. But my question is that how technology supports digital mining? Is technology an enabler or driver?
I believe we are enablers.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, for sure, we are enablers. Okay. For example, it's not technology team that decide how we are going to run the company. how the challenge we face, how we will move. We have a board, we have stakeholders, we have the community that we are engaged with our operation. So we have several different entities and interests that help to drive the company. They set the priority. Then both executive business and technology executive, they will co-create the transformation plan. It doesn't mean that we don't have to get our protagonism in the process. But the goal is developed for the process. The goal is developed for the business. In several different perspectives, just like we just said. But the goal is improve the business. And as technology team, we enable those evolution.
It means that we need to have a roadmap for digital revolution or digital transformation by thinking about many different aspects, community, stakeholders, our customers, and etc. And then using the new technology to help us as a tool or as a support to go through this way, instead of just waiting to have the new technology and then think about how we can use the technology. Am I right? So technology should not be driver, should be enabler, should be support us, in this way.
We cannot use the technology capability to develop more technology in the mining industry. There is a different industry for this. The technology mine has a huge role. We need to solve problems. We need to, of course, we needed to be protagonism in this change because we can do this assessment from end-to-end perspective. Okay, but the target, the goals, the priorities, this is the role for the other team in charge of the business, in charge of the processes.
I see. So, Keiner, we talk about human, we talk about technology, but I believe that we have a triangle in digital revolution. And in another side, we need to think about management is important because management is a bridge between human and technology. And they need to make a final decisions to go through this way. But can you explain the role of change management in new digital mining?
Yes, yeah, I think so, my friend. I will try to simplify. The better is our change management plan, the faster we will be able to deliver the value. It's simple. The faster the adoption happens, the faster we can follow up the results. Okay, and after that we can start to follow up we can start to continuously improve the solution. So we are not in charge of the product delivery on. In mining technology part, we are in charge of generate value through technology. So the thing to manage the impacts of the technology that we will develop is the more important point, and with a good change management plan, we will succeed faster. Or at least in the pace that we desire.
Yeah, I think you're talking about having this sustained revolution, because if we just focus on technology or people, maybe we can have some temporary benefit or solution. But if we want to sustain this revolution in our company or in our organization, and having the permanent change or permanent revolution, management decision-making processes is very important. And we need to think about how to change this management system if we are looking for the sustained revolution in our organization. Am I right?
For sure. For
All
sure.
right, perfect. So, you know that we are working in an old industry, okay? Mining is old industry, but we are changing a lot.
Yes.
Hopefully, we will be pioneer on innovation, technology, and something like that in the close future. But one thing that is important to change anything in the old or traditional industries is encouraging the management to accept the change. So it's very important. My and generally the management, but I'm not speaking about the current situation that we have, but I'm speaking about, for example, 10 years ago. Think about the financial benefit and just, for example, reducing the cost could encourage them to think about this revolution. But now everything has been changed. We have other drivers right now. My question for you is that what benefits have you seen in mining companies encouraging them to invest in digital transformation and responsible mining?
Good point, my friend. I think the asset management, it's one the most important because it's a huge field. And if we have the right risk management, we will avoid unexpected situation that may create safety issues. So I think it is a good example. Okay. If we manage, for example, the reduce the fuel consumption in any specific equipment, we have several different on that. We will save the cost, okay, but we also will reduce the CO2 emission, and it is good for the environment. Okay. If we manage to, how can I say, to optimize our fleet, vessel fleet or trucks, we also will avoid wasting energy or fuel without truly use this in order to our production. So, and also, few years ago, I faced the problem that the team used to control a really important process based on an Excel file. Several people were required to remain in the office up to late night in order to complete some controls. Okay, because they were using the spreadsheet to control all the process. By displacing this, we provide to the team a better quality of life. This is a good point as well. So at the end of the day, there is so many reasons to encourage the people. I think there is no reason for not encourage people. We need to encourage the people because for sure, by having the right technology being applied for the right process, we would be able to have better operation, more reliable operation, better quality of life, a better environmental results, lower CO2 emissions, for example, carbon emissions, and so on. I think this is, at the end of the day, there's no reason for not encourage. We need to pursue that.
Awesome. So yeah, so everything has been changed. So the companies need to think about some new encouraging points for making their decision in the digital era. But may I ask a personal question? It's a little personal question, but I'm very interested in having your idea about the future of digitalization in mining. What are you most excited about the future of digitalization in mining?
Good point, my friend. Good point. First of all, I think we have uncountable challenges.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's an open door for innovation, right? We also can challenge ourselves. We also can challenge the process, and it's amazing. And if we properly manage to put the whole problem or the project together, there's one point that I really love to see how people react well when they realize that the technology can impact in a positive way their life. It's really into, give me this good energy. I really like to see these good results.
Mm-hmm. That's great. So you are very emotional expert. You think about the people and you're excited about to see the benefit and smile in the in the employee face by using digital tools. That's great. So yeah, very good point. So, but we talk about the benefit of a digital revolution in mining in different aspects for human, for technology, for change management, everything. We talk about these benefits and we talk about the some opportunities that we have. But my last question for this interview is about challenging. So you have worked in this area for many years, I think. In this December, you have more, I think, 25 years work experience in Vale. So, what are the challenges you are facing with, or your company facing in using digital solutions?
Ali, I think we have already touched this base. I think we need to have more people ready to the technology, to the transformation. So from a perspective, from this, resource-wise, we have this gap. We need to develop the team. We need to develop people in the society, inside the mining industry. Somehow we need to organize ourselves in order to give one step further to that capability development model. And I think it should be part of the digital transformation program. Not only think about the technology, but also think it sustain what we have been developing and make sure that we will be ready for the further challenge.
That's a good point. That's a good point, my friend. I really appreciate Tina for your time. You did a great job, and I really enjoyed. And you mentioned some key points in digital revolution. And I hope this interview can help participants to get familiar with this revolution in a prestigious company same as Vale that you are working for. So we are in the end. We are in the end of this interview, and thank you so much, Keiner, for joining us today, and also thanks all the participants in the live session. The recorded version of this program will be available on our YouTube channel very soon, and on other virtual pages on different social platforms, same as LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook later. Thanks to all of you, and I hope you have benefited from the discussed topics and hope to see you again at the following event. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Ali, for the opportunity. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Keiner. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye.